NFL.
And we've got the Bengals, rookie running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Bengals and the Ravens.
All that and more.
The Bengals and this running back headed back out for a new series.
Let's get set.
This is the first carry for the rookie from Florida. Wow, lots of room on the first snap. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
First down, and they go right back to him. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness.
Here we go.
And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they were able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
On 1, ready?
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
They'll hand it to him again. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
The Bengals and their running back about to get back to work. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown.
Gun. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I've told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On 1, ready?
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's get set.
They give it to him again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Yo, stick with me, man. Follow me. My road to the Super Bowl. My superstar. Let's go.
Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Here we go.
They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with.
Stop.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense.
On 1, ready?
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's get set.
Back-to-back carries here. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Bengals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
On 1, ready?
1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down, Burrow to throw. This one taken in by Chase. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field.
On 1, ready?
They'll run here on 1st down. Across the 45 and still going. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
On first down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock, and how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting.
Here we go.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Complete beyond the marker. Now he's past the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals making a 9-point advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2...
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They're headed out now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, take every second off, and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Juke the defender. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's get set. Stop.
On first down, they'll run. Works his way to the 35. And he gets this one down to the 27. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's the handoff. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.